let's go over here. We're just going to keep doing these missions. The outfits in this area are very, very interesting. Multimodal armor. I want to go check out the Kela Uasa. I think. Oh, I forgot that I got the people with me. I'm gonna park them. So this has an outfit or two. Oh, and it seems like wait till my ships come here, and I'll park and or sell them. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. There we go. Soon after you sit down in the spaceport here, you are approached by a group of successors in naval uniforms, clearly and surprisingly employ multiple various high houses. There are some variants in the design of the uniforms of different members. Their leader addresses you in a calm tone, with the unmistakable coolness that military officers seem to hold regardless of species. Their skin remains a flat gray throughout. Captain Schatz. The high houses have noted thine actions in their space, and wishing to make thee a stronger ally to their cause, have summoned thee to meet them in council. Thou art encouraged to make haste to Urukela system. Thank you for telling me. I will prepare to travel there immediately. Great. Shipyard. I'm going to sell... What is in this outfitter? Anything interesting? No, it's like a really garbage one. So I've got these just hanging out in cargo now. And we've got these. This I'm going to put into... Wait. Uninstall? No. Not in cargo? No, not in... How do you stick something into cargo? I don't remember. How do you install stuff into cargo? You know, I'm just going to park these ships. How much are they worth anyway? Barely anything. Barely anything. Boom, boom, boom. Park. Let's do this. I'll have to clean up my parked ships that I'm saving around the galaxy for some reason. You know, it's like boxes that you buy. You get like a new product or something, and then you save the box forever. And then like 3 years later, you look at it and you're like, why did I save this box? True story. Go. Oh my gosh, here we go. Hold on one sec. I'm about to yawn. Don't went back. There it is. Once you have sat down at the spaceport, you are met by another group of Successor naval officers. You notice that this group... Hold on, something's rubbing my ear. I gotta take something to drink. You notice that this group appears even more diverse than the last, representing several different uniform styles and liveries. Unifying them all is a small white and blue pin attached to their outfits, one that doesn't correspond to the insignia of any of the high houses. The officers guide you, politely but firmly, to one of the monorail stations snaking out from the spaceport to the other installations on the planet, and you all shuffle together in one of the cars, which appears to have been completely cleared of normal passengers, if it even carried those in the first place. Several minutes later, the monorail deposits you at an especially large and well-decorated complex that swarms with both military and well-dressed civilians, some of whom appear so opulent and bejeweled that you suspect their personal effects are worth more than most starships. Each of them, without exception, wears the same white and blue insignia as your escorts, though many have incorporated into their clothes design or even displayed as a pattern in skin coloration. As your escort peels off into the crowd, you see a familiar face in the distance, Siazij, the Successor scholar, who visibly perks up when they see you and then approaches. Captain, well met again. Thou hast arrived at fortunate hour, for there's still some minutes for this day's meeting are scheduled to begin. Let's see here. I'm going to ask, how has the house whatever been? Because the explanation is, I might have enough for like, I'm going to ask the house. Go. Do they approve of thine presence here and that? Siege just briefly examines a suckered arm before leaning in a little closer. 'Tis true, the signs of my honored house remain towards thee a little chilly, and doubt doubly so for thy finding of another patron, which I confess maybe it irks them the most. Thou nonetheless remaineth a person of interest to them, and I suspect they'd be quite pleased to know I'd encountered thee in council. So let them brood, I say, for if Cioria requires thee once more, they shan't be so knavish, so as not to make thine acquaintance gain methinks. Council. This is a diplomatic world for envoys of the houses to meet in council, resolve disputes, bicker, fight, and unify. And I suspect for thine own case to offer special dispensation to useful citizens and patronized aliens. What are you doing here? Siege briefly turns a shade of green into display you might almost characterize as blushing. I was summoned here as well, for thine arrival among our worlds has sparked some interest in our past dealings with thy kind. I've been instructed to speak to some groups here as so-called expert on the subject. Indeed. I'm ready to begin then. Oh my gosh, okay. Good. We'd be wise to be prompt in our arrival to our events. Sieges brings you to a concierge of sorts, who eventually informs you that you should make your way to one of the smaller rooms branching off from the lobby. The doors open to reveal a garden-like area filled with long-leafed plants surrounding a centrally located depression half filled with water. Several successors, many well-dressed like before, are gathered in the pool. You can't help but wince a little as the frigid water floods your boots. Ew. After a few minutes and other successors have trickled in, the meeting begins in earnest. One of the successors moves to the center of the pool and addresses you directly. Guest Captain, House Katrizh, before supported thee with the gift of our translation pin, and in return thou'st proved the foresight of this offer with thy public acts of help and industry. We wish to show such foresight once again, and so propose that thou be offered rights to purchase our pettier technologies. That representative then returns to the outer rim of the circle, and another takes a center, this time facing the representative who just spoke. I don't know why I keep yawning. House Katrizh, House Chidie, well sees thy perspicacity, and to the value demonstrated by the captain, and so we support thine just proposal. The captain's proven himself to be thine benevolent traveler in our space, for whom we've every desire to make an ever more positive and useful element. A third representative now takes a center position, addressing the two previous speakers. Noble houses Katrizh and Chidie, House Ioria proposes this alien be given no further rights nor gifts until they approve thyself a neutral party. The alien hath already forsaken a task and offer given by this house in favor of another, Katrizh, whose ability to sway their favor through bribery and deceit is clear as ice. Shouldn't the alien be given purchase rights, their ability to offer wealth and power such factions will be more formidable still. Cioria shall stand strong and resolute, opposing this nascent rank corruption. That representative then returns to the edge of the circle, where they continue to eye you with suspicion. There is a pause in the conversation. I remember this. I think remaining silent is the thing to do, because the last time I spoke, and they're like, we don't want your shit here. And by shit, I mean, I didn't mean to curse, but there you go. I'm going to remain silent. With no further comments from any of the successors, the representative from the House Katrizh calls for a vote among the gathered representatives. Unsurprisingly, Katrizh and the Chidie vote for the proposition, and Cioria votes against it. And the representation from the Katrizh promptly produces another small box from within their outfit and presents it to you. You open it to reveal one of the pin insignias that you have seen throughout this meeting. Fancy! 'Tis the mark of our diplomats and our symbol of trust and cooperation, they say. Our people will remain wary of an alien in their midst, but wherever thou displays this, it shall be known thou hast received the blessing of the high houses in our council, and that they may trade with you in amity and without fear. With this, Chi Di then leaves the room, followed by most of the other representatives and gathered members, the remainder of whom begin to mingle among themselves and chat. The meeting is apparently over. Outside, you run into Successor again, who has recently come back from a meeting of their own. Well, Captain, how went thy meeting in council? 'Twas fruitful, I hope. Yes, I was awarded technology purchase right. Yes, it was. How was yours? I'm going to say just how was yours? I am pleased to hear this, Captain. I spoke at length about my research on thy words and history as we know it. Ah, thy tongues are fascinating items and make for truly interesting sounds. 'Twas also that I entertained a number of questions about thee thyself. Some young archivist from Cartridge, methinks. Truthfully, I sometimes confuse those new houses with each other. Ah, they say, interrupting himself. But yet my role here is to finish, and I have yet another meeting to still entertain. Fair travels, Captain, and may we meet again. They splay their arms wide in the same gestures you seen many times before and offer a short bow in return. With your meeting resolved here, you head back to the monorail station and catch the next train back to the spaceport. Boom, we've got it. Spaceport, nothing there. Job board, boom. Okay, so these plants are, ooh, this plant is now opened up. So see, now we're opening up. I'm going to just get this. What do we got here? Well, I haven't been there. I think that was the one that was... We'll just go there then. Outfitter, what do we got on this shindig? Let's see here. Any interesting things? No. Nope. Alright. Okay. Nothing there. Trading. Let's get rid of that garbage. Okay. Now we're going to see the ones that have not been visited. Not yet visited. But this just gives me access to their outfits and stuff. Now the question is, will it be useful? I'm not sure what tier these aliens are. Where are all my ships? They're just like chilling. Come on, let's go. Okay, good. See that? Spaceport, nothing's there. Job board. Rush shipment. Well, I'll take you and I'll just go all the way back there again. And I'll take this one too. That one, and that one. Okay, good. Now, let's see here. We're just going to keep doing missions just to make sure. Let's see here. Okay, there's nothing. This is like a really tiny one. Nothing really going on here. Successor license. Look at all the license I have. Spaceport, nothing there. Then I'm going to go down here and just, you know, see what's going on here. I'm losing money left and right, though. Might need to go take a little jaunt up to Korath space. Go. Check this outfitter. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. Here we go. Now there's something interesting. Successor pulse laser. Shield penetrating laser. This is interesting. Okay. 5% piercing. And let's see the pulse laser turret. 30 outfit space. Shield and hull. I wonder what the piercing is. Is it the shield damage or the hull damage? 30, huh? It's cheap too. So let's see here. If I 59, how many turrets do I have on here? I have 0 free. But if let's see here. So this damages hull, and this is 240 hull. I could almost fit 2 of these with 1 of these, though. And I get piercing, and I get more shield damage. The range, okay. Turret rate, turn rate. Okay. Man, I'm not sure. This actually might be worth it to change these into pulse laser turrets. And then so this has disruption damage too. So if I got rid of like all these, you know what I mean? If I got rid of all these, because I don't know if this is interesting. See, I'm gonna okay. How do I put these in cargo? I know I don't want you to sell them. I just don't remember how to put them in cargo. Uninstall. Okay, I'll just do it that way. I'm gonna uninstall these two. Uninstall those. Watch this, and then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all the turret bays. And then I will get this out of here, and I will put cargo, 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 cargo. I'll transfer it that way. Now I don't need this. Get rid of this stuff here. Okay. So I have 5 of these guys on here now. That is very interesting. Okay, so pulse laser. What else is on here? Let's see. Successor. So Successor and the houses are different. Scanning suite. All right. Atmosphere scan. Oh, that's interesting. All right. So now I have like a bunch more outfit space free, which I'll leave for now because I'm not sure that the. I am not sure. Let's see here where. I can put guns in here now too. Inferno, Inferno. All right, that's fine. I got other missions to do, right? All right. All right. Tell you what. Let's continue this.